Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Interstellar Transport Company, episode 3 for our series here with the AI Express on unfair difficulty. And last time we left off, hey, things weren't going too bad. Looking at finances, we're doing great on total profit. Reports are showing some pretty nice numbers. Now, incoming company net worth, severely lacking compared to our competitors, but you get that on unfair difficulty, and I think maybe that's something we can go ahead and try to balance out a little bit better. We don't have a whole lot of ships running right now. I think this is something that we can definitely fix. So we had the Earth to Mars supply, not pulling over a whole lot of profit. Earth to Luna supply, however, opening up a door for a lot more. Now, I had mentioned that I wanted to... Let's go ahead and unpause the game so we can continue making money. There's a couple things I had mentioned I wanted to do. The biggest thing being that I wanted to colonize a planet, or at least subsidize the colony of a planet for rare resources so I can get metal production going. Now, I do see that somebody's launching rockets off into Europa here because we did colonize that for whatever reason. What is the actual rare source availability here? Raw materials, rare, not that much. Spaceport on Earth continuing to be upgraded. Yeah. Venus has a huge rare resource availability, and rare resources are what are used to make machinery. And we need machinery pretty bad, because machinery makes a lot of money. There's actually rare resources on Luna. We could build a nice machinery producing thing right here. This is actually, let's see, rare resource mine. There is a large rare resource mine, which is what's doing a lot of that. We could subsidize another one. Subsidize a machinery factory, but it's not really going to do us any good. What if I put a machinery factory on Earth, but it's not going to do me good because there's not a whole lot of... Yeah, see, machinery is like hurting right now. We're getting a surplus of it, but it's not a whole lot. What does Mars look like right now? Yeah, there's a huge demand for machinery. But we already see that our ship that's moving machinery from Earth to Mars is not turning over nearly as much profit. The Earth Luna Express doing pretty well, though. This is our big money maker. Earth Luna machinery. I mean, that ship's just friggin'... We're just gonna order another one just like that if we can. And see how it does. $316 though, so we're doing pretty good. We should probably get some more gates at Earth. Because our gates, I can see, are pretty full already. So we'll buy one more. That'll help us a lot. See, we already landed right at it, so we've had ships waiting to land. We probably should even get one more. Go ahead and buy one more. We should have it. We should have one more. Earth's going to be pretty important in the future. It's going to be the #1 place we're pretty much moving people from in the beginning. Mercury, wall resources. Yeah, Venus is definitely rare resource availability. That's what's important. I'm not really worried about the single rocket ships. I'm making more money doing what I'm doing now, the way I'm doing it. Yeah, huge machinery demand here, but just I can't get it to it quick enough. Like, this ship's bringing machinery now. It says it's only gonna make 1,800 in profit. 7,000. See, Earth Luna supply already pulling in 42. That's nuts. I'm just gonna go ahead and build another one of these probably then, so I can have it. The ship's just purchased. The ship is just freaking turning down massive profits. A subsidy of $13.41 per unit is being offered for water delivered to Mars. Well, water delivered to Mars. We could get one of these ships on that, right? We have one for water. No, we haven't built one yet. Okay, well, why don't we do that? We'll purchase a new ship. I could get this one, fill it with liquid. Water's pretty plentiful on Earth. I might as well bring some other stuff too, though, as I'm at it. Well, I need to be able to grab stuff from Mars. What's Mars got a lot of that's worth grabbing? Not really a lot. Yet. But it'll get there. Well, let's just focus on food. Let's just focus on food and water, but when we make the trip back, we'll just grab a couple raw materials is what we'll do. So I need a new route for that one. New route, add stop. It's going to be Earth. And we'll add another stop from Mars. On Earth, going to pick up food, consumer goods. Not going to pick up that. Can't hold machinery anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm definitely going to pick up liquids, though. All the liquids we can get. Not going to pick up that, though. And obviously, none of these. And dilithium fuel, I'm not worried about. But everything else on Mars, don't obviously pick up food, consumer goods, liquids. But you can pretty much pick up whatever else you want to pick up that's available. And we'll go ahead and set that ship up, and we'll see how it does. Oh, we should give that route a name too. Earth Mars Direct. Let's call it Earth Mars, right? And then let's call it, technically it's liquids, so we'll do an L. So then I can keep track of a lot of this still. And it's going to be the best way for me to somewhat keep track what I do here. And some of these we'll get rid of over time to try to clean stuff up. Should be L. Just get rid of the other stuff eventually. On order to one more day. Start it right off the bat. I want to get it going. That's going to hold a lot. Hopefully it turns a lot of profit. 201, 50,000. So the one Earth Luna Supply, these are doing very well. Earth Mars Supply, turning profit, it's not a lot. I don't even think it's paid for itself yet. It almost has. These Earth Luna Supplies though are just freaking, look at that profit. Look at that friggin' profit. Holy crap, we're going to subsidize a colony on Venus. We're going to turn this into a massive, guys, I'm talking a massive machinery producing beast, and we're going to move machinery from Venus all the way to everywhere as we can, and we're going to focus on machinery. We're going to also take advantage of liquids. We're going to take advantage of anything we can when we can, but machinery is definitely going to be our ultimate goal. I'm going to knock out a bunch of ships. We're going to actually go ahead and start a route right now for picking up rare resources and machinery in Venus. I'm going to set up a particular set of ships for doing that. So we're going to start a new route. It's going to be, it's actually going to be the Luna Venus route, right? And we'll actually put machinery and rare resources. Rare resources, I guess we'll put. Spaceport on Venus, we're going to do that right off the bat, but let's set this up first. So what do we want in Luna? We don't want to pick any of this stuff up. On Luna, what can we bring? Actually, you know what? Let's see. Rare resources and machinery, and we just want to move them back and forth. But if we're coming to Luna, we want to grab something from Luna, right? We want to grab something from there and bring it to Venus. How's Luna doing on certain resources? Obviously, these are all still pretty bad. Rare resources pretty good. Okay, easy enough. I pick up rare resources in Luna. And I bring it to Venus, which will then make machinery that I'll bring everywhere else. That's what I'll do. So Luna, pick up rare resources. And then in Venus, I just wanted to pick up machinery. Like I said, we're going to build a set of ships just for that. Pick up some nice ships too. Let me pause the game real quick. Okay, so that route is all set up. There's certain routes here I do want to kill off, like this one, the Earth Luna Direct. Food profit, and FUD is what I had put originally, but we'll change it up. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. 4 ships on it right now, but I've got a lot of ships on these. I'll get rid of some of these. Right now, that one's where all the money's coming from. Yeah, that freaking route is just a money maker. You can see the ship's not producing as much. It's about as old as this one, so I've kind of capped out on how much I can make from those. Alright, we're actually gonna, let's see, 88 a month. We're actually gonna buy both of these gates if I can. Oh crap, it won't allow me to open the second one yet, but soon. I wanted to buy that so nobody else could. I'm pretty much gonna like have a monopoly there on Venus. I'm gonna buy, if I can, completely own Venus. I don't know if I can completely own it, but I'm gonna definitely take advantage. Okay, we need to set up a whole new set of ships, so unpause the game. Actually, no, I want to pause it real quick. So some of these I want to get rid of. I think I want to get rid of certain routes that are not doing good. Who's on that one? I don't see anybody on that one. It says 4 ships, but I don't see 4 ships on that. Earth Luna Supply Basic. It's that one there. This one I don't think anybody's on. Earth Luna Direct Liquid. Nobody's on that. Oh yeah, those are my direct ones. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. You've got everybody else though on these ones here. Earth Luna Supply Basic, turning over a little bit of profit, not a whole lot. I wonder if I got rid of these 2 ships and made something for Venus, right? I'm trying to keep everything. I know I could just have ships randomly running, but I'm trying to keep everything somewhat streamlined so it's easy to manage. Once it gets too out of control, you know, I got to keep track. You know, the express ship's not doing that well, but we'll keep them running. Simply just to help grow planets. I'll probably set up an express line from Earth to Venus as well, because it helps grow those planets, and that helps me in the long run. Even if I've only got 1 ship for each planet, it's still helping. It's still helping to contribute. So let's let money keep rolling in here. Because I think I'm about to buy a bunch of these 919s. They're pretty expensive, but they'll be really good for the Venus run because I can only... It's going to be such a long way to travel. I'm going to need... Okay, yeah, I'm going to need to make sure I'm taking a lot with me when I do that travel. I wish I knew when the next ship was coming. Is there a way to check? I don't think so. Reports, by the way, how are we doing? Operating profits, pretty good. We're all getting above there. I'm actually up there a lot. Income, so I'm actually starting to catch up, and company net worth I'm starting to catch up too. Mainly because of this freaking money-making beast. Alright. How is the 919 doing, by the way? Earth to Mars moving liquids. It's doing alright for such a long travel. Yeah, so... Nobody's bought that yet. I will. Okay, let's get some of these 919s, right? We want to definitely set up the route right off the bat. It's going to be Luna and Venus. So if I can start it on Luna, and I can, we're going to order the ship once we set it up. It's going to be for machinery. It's going to be literally, it's going to be half machinery, half rare resources. Actually, in fact, I'd rather it be more machinery than rare resources, right? So we go 1525. So moving some rare resources to Venus and then moving the rest of machinery. You know, let's just do half and half. It's safe that way because it makes it an all-around versatile vehicle. I'm going to have it moving rare resources and machinery around everywhere because that seems to be where the money's at right now. So that's what I'm going to focus on. So go ahead and have it launch immediately. Let's order 2, 3, 4 of them. Because we've definitely got the money to do it. And we want to get them all pumped out as fast as we can. Now they're going to... So yeah, we got a bunch of rare resources here. So this is going to be a good... I mean, not a bunch, but we're producing 24. It's a good amount. It's keeping up, is what I'm saying. I can watch it right here on how much is waiting and stuff. None's being stored, but it's keeping up. Oh, wow, 49,000 right there. 49,000 again. Just keeps pulling money in. That's why I'm saying if we move machinery between Luna and Venus, we're going to be in a good spot. I really want to buy this. I wish I had a higher... is there any buildings I can put on here? Not yet, huh? It's still such a small planet. It's just not even close to being developed. It needs to be developed pretty bad. We should get an express route, even if I switch ships around so that they were moving well, I want to have, like I said, I want to have an express route between, you know, as many people as I can. Let's get purchase another ship. Actually, we got to set up an express route for that. So new route, obviously, it's going to be Earth to Venus. It's going to be an Earth to Venus Express. And let's change our... Let's see, Luna to Venus. Yeah, no, Earth to Venus Express. Okay. I don't have to change anything. I could change ticket prices if I wanted to. They already seem to be pretty well marked. Let's just stick with the regular ticket prices. Like I said, that's something I can always switch around if I want to. We'll do the Space Bus 2050. It's an expensive one, but... The new Boeing 919 service has been delivered on Luna, is launching immediately. Okay. Yeah, Earth Venus Express. Luna and... no, it's going to start on Earth. We're going to order 2 of them. We'll have them launch immediately. Let's put a bunch of coach seating class. We'll fill it right up with coach. We'll do 2 rows of business seating, 2 rows of first class. There we go. And order 2 of those ships. Alright. Can't wait to see how these ships do. Excited to see how they do. They're going to be a ways away, but the first ship's on its way now. All of them are on their way. Some of them are empty, but eventually they'll get... Yeah, I probably should have... I wanted them staggered, sort of. Hopefully they'll stagger up over time as maintenance and stuff goes along, but... So they all kind of left, and they're all kind of empty. There's some of them here that are okay, but... Some of them are empty. Finances, yeah, profit, but that's fine. Reports are showing good still. Showing income's catching up. And... company net worth is catching up. In fact, we're about to pass Esto, which was originally one of the more powerful people in the game. The spaceport on Europa has been operating. Speaking of spaceports, we're going to have to purchase some more in Luna if we're going to keep up here. And we probably should have another one on Earth. How are we doing on Earth? Actually, we don't seem to be filling these that much. Let's get one more. Mars, we definitely don't need too many spaceports. I think we've got 2. 2's more than enough. We're never traveling here often enough that it's worth it. Venus, still would love to buy this. Not high enough, but if we keep trading, we'll get there. I've got enough ships heading there that we're going to get there. Oops. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Keep the money flowing. Machinery is just a money maker here. I'm just nailing 52,000 every time I hit that. Take a look. Those ships are just freaking pulling in stupid amounts of money. Famine in Europa. That's a bummer. Too bad I'm not trading there. Yeah, these are going to turn a lot of negative profit for a bit. There we go. And then we've got those in transit, so we'll start growing Venus pretty quickly. I'm thinking with all of this trading with Venus, it should get us enough reputation we can do something there. I'm going to build Venus right up into my own little machinery producing area. Once I can put buildings on here to increase reputation and such, I'll do that. But Venus has a lot of growing to do before we get there. Yeah, see a huge supply of rare resources. It's exactly what I want to see. So every ship that comes here is just going to grab a massive amount of rare resources. See, everybody, the ships are floating around waiting for the gate to open up. Do you have rare resources? You should have grabbed some. You didn't. These ones didn't as well. Is that because we weren't able? Is it not producing? It doesn't have any. It's still, people are waiting, but there's no. There is no. It's going to have a large supply, but there is none yet. Because it's still just such a small planet. I definitely have the highest company reputation. I'll say that. 1.1 million. We're going to be ready to start colonizing some other star systems here soon. I see that coming. Raw materials I'm not worried about. We're worried about machinery. Eventually I got to shut down these routes, so I'm going to clean up these routes. Alright, so here's what we're going to do then. We're out of time for this episode here, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it. We're doing really well. I think what I'll do next time then is, we're probably going to look at cleaning up a few of these routes here that just aren't really making money. They're all generating a little bit, but you got like Earth. Well, the Express I'm going to keep up because I'm trying to grow those planets, but even if it's not producing a lot of money, they're still useful in other ways. But some of these, obviously these ones we have to wait, but I guess everything's producing a good amount of money. But these basic ones here I want to bust down because I want to focus. I've already decided as the AI Express we're going to solely focus on machinery and rare resources and transporting people around. And then the only type of transporting of consumer goods, food, water, stuff like that is to build up areas that I really want to take advantage of for rare resources and machinery such as Venus, which is why I subsidized it to begin with. Because I'd like to get an office here, get reputation up, buy up a lot of the gates and just literally own Venus, and Venus will be my machine producing, rare resource producing beast, and that's going to be where we draw all the money in. Now let's take one more look at the reports before we're gone. Operating profit, I'm definitely up there for operating profit, so pulling that rate up. But incomes, I'm catching right up. I was past ESTA, I'm not anymore, but it's pretty neck and neck except for the European space lines, which are ahead. Company net worth, oh man, we're all like neck and neck right now. So, I mean, I'm doing really well here, and I'm doing pretty well here. So we'll just have to see where things go as we advance forward. However, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for joining me for this one. I do hope that you've all enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.